Yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the ManDem United podcast, the podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United. So please keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United related, please, people. It has been a while since I've done a Thursday edition of this show because Manchester United have been in Europe. We are no longer in Europe, so I'm definitely going to get to that because I'm still not over the fact we're out of that competition and the manner in which we're out, we went out of that competition, and the fact we still should be in it and we should have won that. But we'll get to that, people. We will get to that. Please make sure you hit the like button, people. Please make sure you do that. Whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after the live, please hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share this across all of the socials as well. And on top of those two things, make sure you subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell when you do so. Hit that notification bell. It is rolled to 7,000 subscribers, and we're currently at 6,417. So we're looking for 3 more subscribers. How many likes? Get us up into double figure likes as well. I can see you lot in the chat. Big up to Daredevil, who says big up Flawless and everyone else. Love from the USA here. Man United are not playing on a Thursday, and I'm relieved with that as I needed that break, especially after the last few Thursdays. See, I'm not. We should be playing. We should be in the semi-final tonight. I'm still not over it, and it's a competition we could have won, we should have won, and we've added more pressure on ourselves with this top 4 race. And the reason why I put top 4 in inverted commas, because, well, in quotation marks, I should say, is because I don't value it like that. It's not of major importance to me. Should we finish in the top 4? Yes, but will I celebrate it? No. Whereas Europa League, we would not be worried about top 4 so much. We would not be, because we can go and win that competition, and you go into the Champions League, you also win a European trophy, and you go into pot 1 as well. But wow, the competition, so now it's all on the Premier League. Obviously the FA Cup coming up as well. Daredevil says, Flawless, have you said before that De Gea is a problem, but not a massive problem? That position needs addressing, whether that'll be this transfer window or the next, but hopefully soon enough. Yeah, as you can see from the title, people, David De Gea, new contract, the right move. That's what we are going to be discussing. So that's what I'll be giving my opinion on, what I'll be answering questions from you lot on as well, plus other things in regards to obviously the takeover, whether it's going to be Sheikh Jassim, whether it's going to be Radcliffe, whether it's going to be somebody else, the top 4 race, which I did just mention as well. And on top of that, the game against Wolves this weekend, which is a 3 p.m. UK kickoff as well. But yeah, I don't like that. People say, oh, De Gea is a problem, but he's not the biggest problem. It's not a priority. When did you stop trying to solve problems? Solve the problem, whether it's first on the list or whether it's 6 on the list. If you have a list of problems, if you can get a list of problems and it's 10 and the list is 10 problems long, if you can solve 9th on the list, you will solve 9th on the list. So I don't get this. Oh, he's a problem. He's an issue. So we'll get into his new contract. Warrior J says, big up Flawless. I think that David De Gea new contract is a bad idea. Daredevil says we need a young, fresh, and agile goalkeeper who understands the modern role of being a goalkeeper as well. King Manny says, big up Flawless, big up to you. Troy Taylor says, big up everyone. Big up Jacob, United Spurs of America. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel as well. Bless up. Says Gemini Photography, big up to you. Warrior J, the Thursday editions is normally just me. So Monday is solo, Tuesday is with Ivorian, Thursday again is solo, and then Friday edition is with Eddie. But the reason why I haven't been doing the Thursdays is because Manchester United have been in Europe, and I like to go live max twice a day on the YouTube, which I do Monday to Friday, and then one either Saturday or Sunday, depending on, sometimes Sunday twice, depending on if United are playing on that day, and you get the Q&A as well. So yeah, Daredevil says, yeah, man, the way we were knocked out from the Europa League was rough and a huge disappointment. Even I wanted us to progress and win this competition. What it is, what it is. Yeah, that's where we're at. It is what it is. De Gea is a massive problem, as we cannot play Ten Hag style with him, and so the whole game suffers, and the manager could be in danger next season. So here's what I say on the David De Gea new contract, because he has been in the news regular because of the mistake he made against West Ham, obviously, which was in the last game, which cost us the 3 points. But in regards to the new contract, am I against it? Yes. We should not be giving David De Gea a new deal to me. We should be moving him on. He's not good enough. He only excels at shot stopping, like someone alluded to there in regards to him playing out from the back. He can't do that. So his distribution isn't at the level we need. Coming for crosses, corners, set pieces, not good enough. You know what I'm saying? Not commanding, not a sweeper keeper. All four of those things you need as a goalkeeper. In particular, distribution. In particular, being a sweeper keeper. In particular, actually, all four of them are important for defensive and offensive reasons. Defensively, sweeper keeping. Defensively, coming for crosses. Defensively, just being commanding just helps you out all around. And offensively, it makes sense. Being a sweeper keeper allows your defense to push up higher. Being distribution allows you to start attacks. It enables you to beat the press. So that's why he should. So him signing a new deal to me should not be happening. And I wouldn't be Ten Hag out, but I would be critical of Ten Hag because of that, because I don't believe that's the right decision. I don't believe that is the right decision in the slightest. However, the reason why I won't turn Ten Hag out because of it is because managers are going to make decisions you don't like. And he's going to live by his decisions, die by his decisions. Legit. Live by the sword, die by the sword. And if he keeps it, and just because De Gea signs a new deal does not necessarily mean he is the new number one. The new number one. Doesn't mean he necessarily stays as number one. That's one thing that people need to get correct. Just because you sign a new deal does not necessarily mean you are the new number one. Why do I keep saying new number one? You stay as number one, sorry. And reports have come out and stated that as well, that just because he signed a new contract, that doesn't mean the number one shirt is his. And if he signs a new deal and we sign a new goalkeeper who is legit going to challenge him, even though I don't think that's ideal, I like that. Because now he's under pressure to perform. And if he don't perform, there's someone there to take his shirt. So that I agree with. That's how I'm looking at it. That's why I'm legit with this, waiting to see what happens, even though I don't like the initial part, because David De Gea is not good enough. And let's say he signs a new deal, we don't sign a goalkeeper, and then David De Gea is in goal next season. I am looking at Ten Hag funny. 100%. I am looking at Ten Hag funny without question. And then when De Gea if De Gea continues to make mistakes and continues to be a detriment to the team, not only will I criticize De Gea for that, I will criticize Ten Hag for that as well. Because you know this, you've had a full season now. The reason why I've been less critical of you because it's your first season in a new league, in a new country, new players, new opposition. All right, you need to get to grips with everything. But now you're much more familiar. You've had a whole season to acclimatize and set and figure out what players you want to keep, what players you don't want to keep, what players you want to be squad players, etc., etc. And David De Gea is not it. David De Gea is not it. So I would be looking at Ten Hag if that is indeed the case. Let me see what you lot are saying in the chat as well. Big up to TMC, says big up Flawless. Let's bump up these likes as well. We're at over 30 people in the building. Let's go up to 20 likes, people. Like check 1212. Let's hit that subscribe button as well. We're looking for 3 more subscribers. I know there's at least 3 of you lot who have not subscribed, so let's do so, people. Let's see. Yeah, but let's bump up these likes, man. Let's do that. Jacob says, I can't see why y'all would resign De Gea. Same thing, I can't see why we want to sign Dial. Yeah, Jacob, same thing. Same thing. It is. Gemini says, even though goalkeepers get better with age, De Gea shouldn't be here anymore, as he will not suit how we need to play. Goalkeepers have modernized the position. And that's what it is. You evolve or die, and it's just not evolve with the times. Just not evolve with the times. RJ, I will get to that in regards to the takeovers as well, or potential takeovers, I should just say. Daredevil says, Flawless, for me, if De Gea is going to stay and get a new contract, for me, he has to be used as a second choice goalkeeper or just a team motivator, as how experienced he is. I'm against the new contract. I'm with you, B. I'm against the new contract, like I just stated. If he's second choice, cool. I don't really have an issue with him staying as second choice. People speak on the money. Who cares? We rarely see. Someone said that yesterday and was like, we're not going to go get 2 goalkeepers, a first choice and a backup. How often do you see the backup goalkeeper? We've had Dubravka, we've had Tom Heaton, and who's the other goalkeeper? And Jack Butland. Between the 3 of them, who have been our second choices at different points during the season, how often have we seen them? I think it's less than 5 times. They've made less than 5 appearances. You rarely see your backup goalkeeper. It's like distant family members who you only see at weddings and funerals. That's how often you see your backup goalkeeper. You rarely see him. Rarely. Daredevil says, Flawless, I think Ten Hag knows De Gea isn't good enough. You're going to progress and challenge for major honors at the higher level. Yeah, we'll see. Big up to Emma every single time. Oh, yeah, Emma's a member. Don't forget, membership. Link for the membership is in the pinned comment, people. And if you are a Sarcasm City soldier, or you're a general, which is the second and third levels. I will be reaching out to you lot in regards to members Q&As, 110%. So yeah, if you want to get on the channel, people, one surefire way is join the membership. Many great perks. The link is in the pinned comment as well. Let's see. Emma says, it seems like planning to me. I assume a 2-year contract is a transition contract for a new one to come in, and we've been linked with multiple keepers, so we are definitely looking for a new one. I hope you're right, Emma, and I'm cool with that. If, like I stated, if De Gea signs a new deal and then we go and sign a goalkeeper, I'll be like, all right, cool. Because then there's an actual chance that De Gea will be replaced. And De Gea is number 2, which I personally don't have too many major issues with. You could do much worse than him because you rarely see it. You rarely see him. Yeah, Kaneki, the most regular second keeper was Romero. That's what it is. Yeah, backup. I used the analogy yesterday. Backup goalkeepers are distant relatives. Rarely see them. Rarely see them. Joe says, what go on, bro? De Gea is past his best, facts, but the attack is so greedy and not clinical. People say De Gea cost us versus West Ham, but in reality, what cost us was the attack, and 0-0 is a bad result. Both of them, Joe. This is what I don't like. I was talking about this just before Joe got here, and I mentioned it at the very start about problems. Was it all on De Gea that we lost to West Ham? No. Did he play a major part in that? Yes. We all know the attack's no good, but that doesn't take away from De Gea being not good enough and the midfield not being good enough. I don't understand this logic. It still befuddles me to this day. I don't get people trying to not shift the blame, but point out other problems. We know there's other problems. I haven't heard one Manchester United fan say they're happy with our attack. I haven't heard one Manchester United fan say they're happy with our midfield. We know these things. Same way if I was here being critical of the midfield and someone said, well, what about the Hey? I'll be like, no, we're talking about the midfield currently. Or same with the attack. So I really don't understand this, Joe. I'm lost. I don't get it. Faker FF says, I just don't know how people keep defending these players because people got favorites. People got favorites. That's why. They don't want to criticize. I criticize my favorites because I'm a Manchester United FC stan. I will not defend any of these players' performances recently. And I don't defend any of these players pretty much overall. Minus the new signings, nobody gets my defense. The new signings, Varane and Rashford, that's it. I'm not defending anybody. And even the new signings, when they perform poorly, I will criticize as well. RJ, I see we got linked with David Raya, but he says, would you take David Raya for 40 million? Apparently, we're interested in Angela goalkeeper. Is it Verbruggen? 20 years old. Don't know anything about Bruggen. In terms of David Raya, I've not seen anything when I've watched Brentford and go, he's exceptional. But at this point, I'm like, if Ten Hag wants him in, cool. I'm cool with that. I'd love to see a David Raya walk through the door because then that lets me know Ten Hag knows, all right, this is a problem area. If he goes and signs a goalkeeper, this is a problem area. The same way I know he knows the midfield is a problem area because he's had 2 transfer windows and he bought 2 midfielders in the summer and he bought 1 in January as well, which lets me know that's a problem area as well. He went and signed a centre-back. He's thinking of the spine. He's went and signed a striker. Whether you think those players are good enough or not, the fact that he's trying to address those areas lets you know. So I'm all for it if it's a David Raya. Even though he wouldn't be my first choice, I'm like, okay, Raya's definitely not. If it's 40 million, he's not coming to Manchester United to be on the bench. He's not a backup. It's not like signing a 10 million pound goalkeeper. Faker FF says, watch how we replace the goalkeeper and start to dominate more games, home and away. It could happen, Faker, 100%. Joe says, I see a lot more focus on the Hey. I'm just saying both are just as bad. No need to say it, Joe, because nobody here said they're not just as bad. The reason why we're focusing on De Gea because that's the topic of conversation. There needs to be no defense of De Gea whatsoever. The reason why there's a focus on him is because he just made a terrible mistake. Same way, if Rashford missed the open net, there'd be a focus on him. Like, let's stop this. Emma says, I don't want to buy a 20-year-old keeper. Then we could just put one of the academy boys in there. I don't care about the age of the goalkeeper. Are they good enough? That's how I'm looking at it. Are you good enough? Are you up to the task? Whether you're 31 or whether you're 21. I personally couldn't care less. Hey, over 50 of you lot now in the building, but we're only at 20 likes, people. Let's double that. Let's get up to 40 likes, people. Let's get up to 40 likes and hit the subscribe button as well. We still not had no new subscribers. I know some of you lot are new. I know there's at least 3 of you lot who have not subscribed. We're aiming to get to 6,420 people. What are we doing? Let's get up to 40 likes as well. And of course, I forgot to add, if you super chat people, I'll get straight to your comment or question as well. If you super chat, I'll get straight to it. I need to add that in the banners. That's what I'm going to do. I've seen my Don Lewis do that. I need to add that still. Oh, yeah, big up Jez as well. Because Kaneki said he mentioned a goalkeeper. You lot know, I'm not. Yeah, Kaneki says it here. Verbruggen was the one I wanted to bring up in the fan calling show with Jez. He's good. Who does he play for? I'm just happy we being, Emma mentioned it, and I'm just happy we being linked with goalkeepers. That's what I'm on. Very happy with, because then that shows, all right, that's a problem area. Big up to Malcolm as well. Oh, is he Dutch? Okay. Paul says buy 2 Onana, Inter Milan and Everton. Oh, he's saying buy both Onanas. Hey, I'm all for that. Yeah, Rama, we signed Van der Sar when he was 33. Absolutely. We definitely need a new goalkeeper if we want to challenge for the league next season. A couple new top strikers. A big club like us should not be having a player like Veghorst as our backup and Martial injury prone. I hear you, Nicola. I hear you. Big up to Cameron as well. With the super chat says, what if the new owner doesn't back Ten Hag in buying a goalie? Then we're screwed. To you, Cameron. Big up for the super chat. Much appreciated. But if we don't, if the new owner doesn't, if Ten Hag wants a new goalkeeper and the owner says no, we're screwed. If we don't get what we need to get in this window, and that's not necessarily what I want or one of you lot in the chat want, it's more than what Ten Hag wants. If Ten Hag says bring me a goalkeeper, bring me a midfielder, bring me 2 strikers, and we don't do that, we're screwed. Simple as that. Simple as that. I don't want Dean Henderson in goal, though. I don't want Dean Henderson in goal, no. Samuel saying, flawless, I would take Diogo Costa from Porto as a replacement from De Gea. Just get me a goalkeeper. Just get me a goalkeeper. Oh, he plays for Anderlecht. Company bought him, the young Dutch goalkeeper we're linked with. I'm just happy we're being linked with goalkeepers. That's a good thing. I hear you, RJ. Says, I'm tired of De Gea, man. Get me a replacement. Again, Cameron, big up for the super chat also as well. Why do I want Dean Henderson? I've not been convinced. I'm not being convinced. To you, FF, yeah, I'm not convinced. That's why I don't want Dean Henderson. When I've watched him, I'm like, nah, you ain't it. You ain't it. Man said, I know a French keeper in N17. You're a joke, man. You're a joke, man. You lot continue to get your questions in as well. It doesn't have to be on a De Gea new contract. It can be something else. Something else. Just make sure it's Manchester United related. And we'll move on for it very shortly. But yeah, people are going to continue to defend him. And that's just what it is. That's why I don't even get mad or get surprised when people defend him, because he's been our player of the year 4 times, because he's been here so long, because he's been here and he's been successful. People have this whole sentiment and we must protect him because of what he's done for us in the past. Nah, man, this is high level sport. This is the best of the best. This is what have you done for me today? Not even lately. What have you done for me today? That's how sport is, and De Gea is just not it anymore. Simple as that. Simple as that. How many midfielders need to be signed in the summer for you? 3. I've said this. We need an upgrade on Eriksen, a backup to Casemiro, and then a backup to like those 4. That's what I would say. A backup to those 4. So like I say, Casemiro, upgrade on Eriksen, backup to Casemiro, Eriksen, then a 5th. Say that 5th was Sabitzer, for example. I'd be cool with that. That's a good 5 to have. So I'd say 3 midfielders and 2 of real quality. 2 of real quality. For instance, Onana and say De Jong, for example. Say we sign De Jong, Onana, and Sabitzer. And people, I'm not saying we will sign De Jong. I'm just using him as an example. But that's the caliber of midfield we need to be getting 100%. That's it. Bear with me, people. I'm just checking messages to make sure. You know me, I'm always working while I'm working, people. Hey, you lot continue to share this out because there's now over 60 of you lot in the building. Big up, but we ain't even at 40 likes. What's going on? We ain't even at 40 likes. What's happening? He says, you keep saying this. He says, let's talk about Mr. 103 key passes and 103 big chances, only having 2 goals and 1 assist. Wait, let's talk about Mr. 102 key passes and 103 big chances, only having 2 more goals and 1 assist better, and 1 assist more than Andreas Pereira. Is that Bruno? Is that who you're talking about, Kaneki? Is that who that is? And yeah, Emma, yeah, we are linked with everybody in there. Mum, it's going to be like this the whole window. I'm waiting for my name to pop up, 110%. That's what it's always going to be. This is just typical Manchester United. João Felix to United. No, I'm good on João Felix. I'm good on João Felix. Don't bring me no. I need pace and power, man. I need athleticism. That's what I want in my team. Flawless, would you take Kim Min Jae or Tamori? Kim Min Jae over the, because I just prefer his profile, even though I like Tamori. Yeah, Joe. That's why I don't want Dean Henderson for what the reasons you stated from when he played. RJ says, would I take Kovacic? No. I do rate him. Too injury prone, though. Doesn't he need surgery? I swear he needs surgery. Hey, yeah, Jet. Soon come, man. Who says, I'm surprised they haven't linked me as the Sancho replacement. FF says, would you take Jan Sommer, Flawless? Not in particular. I've not watched him. So I can't really state. But at this point, I'm just where I'm at. Like, just bring me a goalkeeper. Same way where with the number 10 role, I'm like, just bring me a 10. Actually, I tell a lie, I want Maddison. Well, like with the goalkeepers, there's no goalkeepers that I've watched that stand out to me. So with that position, I'm like, just bring me a goalkeeper. I'm just trusting on Ten Hag to do the business there. Kevin says, would I take De Jong? If he wants to be here, yes, but I don't think he does. But I just used him as an example, Kevin. But De Jong don't want to be here. So I wouldn't go and sign him. Simple as that. If you don't want to be at Manchester United for whatever reason, keep it stepping. Keep it stepping. This is word to Saeed. This is Manchester United Football Club. There's other midfielders outside of Frankie de Jong. As much as I rate him and I'm impressed when I watch him. Big fan. Yeah, Kaneki, you're hilarious, man. Man has said 102 key passes, 103 big chances. Yeah. Did Sommer play? Is he Swiss? Sommer. Did he play in the World Cup? Let me know, people. Did he play in the World Cup? Let's see what you lot are saying. Ibrahim says, to me, Bruno is a glorified Ander Herrera, but Herrera had his use and knew his place. I wouldn't say they're similar, no. They're not actually, when I think about it. Yeah, they're similar, but like Bruno's more offensive. Herrera was more defensive, but neither of them were good enough. Ramos says, would you sign Sabitzer or take Rabiot plus Tillemans for free? Why? I don't get why it's Rabiot or Tillemans against Sabitzer. That's a very I don't understand that. I'm lost. Ashwin says we should buy Neymar if possible. I've said it. I was discussing it yesterday on the Q&A. I think it was the Q&A. If Neymar is available for the right price, yes, I would sign him. I hear all of the cons to signing him, all of the negatives, injuries. Will he play enough? Can he do it in the Premier League? I hear all of these things. However, if it goes right, you have a hell of a player on your hands. So would I sign Neymar if possible? Yes, I would. It's definitely worth it, even though he's not done the business at PSG. If Neymar's available for 50 M's, without doubt. I've said it before. I say it again. He's the type of player who can be the difference in you winning the Premier League or not winning the Premier League, or not winning the Champions League and winning the Champions League. He's that good. He's a difference maker level player if you get the best out of him. And there's very few of them in Europe currently. Very few of them. Like players that you're like, all right, you a difference maker. Yeah, let's see. Jadon Sancho started well for us this season as he scored against Liverpool, Leicester, and was putting in good performances. Since he came back, hasn't done much at all, but I want to give him till January. I can't defend Sancho. I like Sancho. Sancho, one of my favorite players at the football club. Super talented, but your performances, you haven't delivered. So I can't back you. I really can't. Are you talking about Barella from Inter Milan? Not watched him like that. I'm presuming, Kevin, you're talking about it. Flawless, please compare Mata on our right wing to Anthony. Other than dribbling and pace, what does he have over Mata? Watch them both. You've made your mind up, so I don't know why you're asking me. Joe says, I do not want Neymar. He might be a great player. And comparing him to Wama, I don't understand that, but we move. I do not want Neymar. He might be a great player, but look at what the presence of Ronaldo did. We need humble players ready to step up and prove themselves, and he's always injured. That's why I stated, is there cons to that deal for Neymar? Yes. Injuries, I hear it. Availability, hear it. About the humble players ready to step up and prove themselves, like, I'm not fussed about all that. Are you good enough or are you not? But yeah, I would take Neymar. Again, at the right price. I did see this as well, King Manny, but we're going to get links with everyone. Flawless were also rumored to be interested in Martinez from Villa. Would you take him? You know what? Yeah, I would. The manager says he's good. I would. Yeah, 100%. Flawless score prediction for the Wolves game. It's a home game. Probably might be confident this time. Yeah, 2-0 Manchester United. I'm confident, yes, because it's at home, 100%. I can't pronounce his name, Grace, but people have mentioned him. You should check out Dominic. I can't from Leipzig. He's the player we need. Yeah, I've not watched him, but I've heard his name before. He's popped up. Flawless Neymar is injury prone like Phil Jones and spends more time on the treatment table in Brazil with his. Okay, you wilding with the last part. Yes, again, I hear all of these things. This is why I said, are you not paying attention to what I stated? I hear all of the cons in regards to Neymar. Hear all of the cons in regards to Neymar. I'm just saying, I will roll the dice. Is it risky? Yes. But do I roll the dice? Yes. You know who was also injury prone before we signed him? Robin van Persie. Risky. The season we signed him, the season before is pronounced. Oh, is it? All right. Shabuzz. All right, big up Kaneki. The season before we signed him was the only season he'd stayed fully fit for like a long period of time during that season. So that's what that is. So I wouldn't what's it called? I hear all of the you lot ain't gotta explain to me and tell me about the cons with Neymar. I fully understand all the cons. I'm just saying it's a risk I am willing to take because of the talent he has and who we are chasing. That's what I'm saying. If you're not a risk taker, that's cool. I understand it. Is there more cons than pros? Probably on the outside looking in, but I'd still run the risk. Q, I see you. Big up. Big up to Classified as well, who says big up. I see you also. Salim says, only keeper we should be getting is David Raya from Brentford. I hear you. What's this? Just seeing the reports in my group chat. Report said Tottenham and Manchester United are in. In for who, just? Raya. In for who? Raya. Thoughts on Kelleher? Spurs want him, apparently. What, United interested in him or something? Is that what it is? And Jazz, yeah, let me know about that, please. In for who? Let's see what you like. Chat is jumping. It's gonna be like this all summer. It's gonna be like this. Do you think Rashford would work better in the front two? We would have to change our formation though. He would work better in the front two. I think most strikers work better in the front two because you're doing less of a workload and you're not occupying two centre backs and not concentrating on you. It's more one-on-one. So I think most do, but I wouldn't change formation. And I don't want to see Rashford central consistently. Like he can do a job there, and we've seen it. But I don't want to see us change formation, but that's just me. Pros and cons of United season is flawless. Pros and cons this season, flawless. I get the pros and cons in what sense? What do you mean? Like that's you're gonna have to narrow that down, Warrior J. Amain says Neymar is a good signing only if United bring a Kane and Osimhen with him. Neymar should be the cherry on top, not the main man for every game. This is where I disagree. Like, no, he should be the main man. That's what I'm bringing you in for. You're Neymar. You're the best player at the club. So yes, you should be there. If we sign Neymar, he's the best player at the club. All right, maybe argue Casemiro, but he's the best attacking player at the club. So Wall says Neymar feels like a final puzzle piece player. Go get the other pieces. You know what I'm saying? I'm not waiting on Neymar because we haven't got such and such and such and such. Go get everything. Positives and negatives in sense of what though? There's been a lot of positives. There's been a lot of negatives. But so you're gonna have to narrow down the question, Warrior J. Oh, we're interested in Kulusevski. Really? Amain says, what happens when he misses a month or two for injury? That's the risk you take. This is why I said at the start, obviously you just joined, so you didn't see it. When talking about Neymar, I said I hear all of the cons. His injury record, his availability. Does he want to be here? You know what I'm saying? Does he have a point to prove? I hear all of these things. I'm just saying I run the risk because if it gets right, you have one of the best players in Europe at your football club. So I'm a risk taker. With his talent, he's worth running the risk. Same way with Van Persie. His talent, he's worth running the risk. He had one season where he was fully fit. Go look at Van Persie's injury record, people. Not injury record. Yeah, go look at his injury record 1 and 2, his appearances for Arsenal. Go look at it. That was a risk at the time. Yes, obviously Van Persie was coming to a better team with a better manager, but my point is I still run the risk. Definitely would run the risk. That's why man, I mentioned Kovacic. Kovacic is not of that level to me to go, yeah, run the risk. Just I don't know what you cracking up at. I don't know what you cracking up at. Starlord, big up every single time. Classified says, where do you see Sancho in the next 2 seasons? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what else you are saying. Yeah, but Kulusevski, I don't see us being interested in Kulusevski. I can't see that. I can't see that. Yeah, you lot wilding. Dominic says, time for the hair to get dropped. His head is gone. He might become more of a danger for us with that pressure now. Yeah, I hear you. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, I hear that. If the hair was dropped, we got no excuse. I mean, he would have nothing to complain about. Like, I would fully understand it. I would fully understand it. Hey, you lot, hit the subscribe button, man. We're at 6,419. We're 1 subscriber away. We're at 40 likes as well. Like check 1212. Let's get up to 50 likes, people. Let's looking for 10 more likes. Share this across the socials. Let's get even more people in it. I need you lot to share this across the socials because it helps spread the word. So anything you are active on, spread it across your socials. Continue to get your questions in as well. Just keep them Manchester United related. And of course, if you super chat, I will get straight to your question as well because the chat is flying off with different conversations, people. Joe says, even if the hair isn't playing well, he's still by far the best goalkeeper at the club. I agree, Joe. I don't think anybody would be in disagreement. Why are you defending him? I still don't get this. You defended him with the midfield. Now you're defending him with this. Why are you defending David De Gea when he's not good enough? I don't get it. When he's not good enough, 1, and number 2, he's not been performing well. Why is there a De Gea defense league? I don't understand. I'm lost. I really don't get it. Daredevil says, we've seen Rashford on the wing for the last few years, but since Ten Hag has come, Rashford has become a striker. But if the summer we get a striker, then he'll more likely be back on the wing. Is that right? No, he's played left wing more often than that, but he can operate as a striker. He can definitely. Do you think that De Gea new contract was a club signing, not a Ten Hag? No, I think Ten Hag had input. It had input. I think he said, yeah. I don't think they was like, right, we're just going to sign De Gea to a new contract. What are you saying? Sarcasm, says Bailey. Big up. I'm defending him because we shouldn't drop him. It would only make it worse. How do we know? We don't know that. We don't know that. Again, he should be dropped. This whole, he shouldn't be dropped because he's playing well. No, if you're not playing well enough, you should be dropped. 100%. That's where complacency creeps in. Do I think he's the best goalkeeper at the club? Yes. Well, yeah, he should be. If he should be dropped is too far. If he was dropped, I'd understand. I would fully understand. Flawless, any midfielders you think United should buy? Yeah, Onana. You've got, I would take Paulina, Onana, there too. In the 10, James Maddison. There's 3. There we go. Dominic says, we can't keep the hair at the club. Just look at Spurs with Lloris. Always will make mistakes that cost us. Time for United to move on to a new era. Agreed. We need better, though. He's not been good enough for a few years now. Let's be real, says Nicola. I presume you're talking about De Gea, and I agree if that's the case. Grace says, Ralph told us to get Alvarez, Casado, Enzo, as well as others, and now they're worth 80 million plus. This is why we need football people on the board. No more 80 million signings. We do need football people on the board. However, I don't care about the 80 million signings. Do you do the business? Like if Martinez was 80 million, nobody would talking about his price tag. Nobody. Emma says the Hayes contract doesn't run out this summer, so the new contract is also about reducing his wages. We might see others get new contracts because of that. That's a fair point. It'd be interesting to see if he does take a reduction in wages. It would be. If United secure top 4, is the round of 16 in the Champions League next season enough? Depends on the window. Solely dependent on the window. With these lot, if we sign nobody and don't improve, yes, round of 16 is. If we have a good window, round of 16, no, is not enough. Definitely not enough. Yeah, Ozan, come back. I got switching by sports real quick. Yeah, man, I got Warriors in 7. But you said I did have Warriors in 5. And then the Lakers won 3 games. And I said Warriors in 6. No, the Lakers won 2 games. That's a Warriors in 6. And then they won 3. And that's a Warriors in 7. So here we are. Let's see what you are saying. What's good? What's good? But yeah, not good enough. David De Gea. Simple as that, man. Simple as that. I'm still 1 subscriber short, man. What's going on, people? I'm 4 short of 50 likes as well. Yasin says, big up Flawless. Thoughts, Manchester United linked with Kovacic and Kulusevski in the summer. Don't like either, but we're going to get linked to everybody. I've been around long enough to see so many Manchester United summer transfer windows where we are going to get linked to everybody. But do I like, and I still discuss it when you ask me about it, but do I like Kulusevski or Kovacic? No. Flawless, do you think our performance will improve since we have now more of a break? No, not necessarily, no. I don't think the two go hand in hand personally. Yeah, Daredevil. I agree with this. Our success next season depends on our summer transfer window. Has to be really, really good and to the point, yes. For big up Kaneki says, Flawless, remember when I said United had passed Sevilla, we'd face a fit Pogba? Well, I was right because he's fit. So we would have seen Eriksen and Casemiro versus... that's Bruno. You're joking. You're a joke, man. Bruno, Eriksen, and Casemiro versus Pogba, Rabiot, Locatelli. Yeah, that would have been good. That wouldn't have been good. Classified says, knowing Ten Hag, you man will end up with hella Dutch players like Gravenberch and Timber. Cool. I have no issue where players are from. Are you good enough? I don't care if we end up with 25 out of our 30-man squad being Dutch. Are they good? I don't worry about internationals. I don't care. I mean, I don't worry about where you're from. Nationality has no bearing whatsoever to me. I don't care where you're from. People tried that actually early on in the season. Oh, you're only signing players from the Dutch league or only signing Dutch players. Is it working? That's all I care about. Did anyone say that to Wenger when he was signing nothing but French players? When the vast majority of their team was French. They probably had close to all French 11 at points. If I remember correctly. Pires was French. I'm saying Petit, Vieira, French. Wiltord, Henri, like Anelka. I know I'm skipping some errors, but yeah. So they wouldn't have had Henri, Anelka, Petit, Vieira, Pires, Lauren. Like, who cares? You know what I'm saying? And that, like, you care. No one complaining. And there's probably more that I've forgotten about. They signed so many French players. So many. Yeah, 100% Kaneki. Listen, I don't care if we become the English Ajax. Give me the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't care less. Are they good enough? Yeah, Daredevil, man. You're going to get linked to Manchester United soon. 100%. Would you take Cancelo? Apparently, Arteta wants him. Yes, I would take Cancelo. 110%. Quality fullback. Why would I not? You have Cancelo who can play right back and left back. Very good going forward. And if you want to be a bit more defensive, you can just play Wan-Bissaka instead. I would definitely, and he'll have a major point to prove as well. Yeah, like Wolves with Portugal. You know what I'm saying? It's like Wolves with Portugal. With Portuguese players, sorry. Was anyone complaining when the Wolves fans? I wish Dan Levitt was here. You think he was complaining when they were signing all them Portuguese players? Nah. Yeah, see. Hardly watch United, but how good has Malacia been? Because he's always in and out of the team. Solid. Been solid. To rate his overall season, about 6.5. Don't really complain. Defensively been good. Offensively, I want to see more. But overall, just solid. No complaints. He needs to improve, but yeah, so far, so good. Didn't Wenger even bring some players from the Japanese league to Arsenal? It's smart, get some players you already know when going to a new team. Maybe, because he did come from that league. Which game? Which game? Yeah, Nicola, that's key as well, and I'll get to that as well. If we get Cancelo, then it'll be Cancelo and Delors as our fullbacks. Impressive, and I'm for it. Yeah. So, shout out my guy Lewis as well, who just messaged me. You're a real one. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel. Links underneath in the description. If Qataris take over the club, Man United need to bring in a world-class striker and De Jong in that midfield. They're challenge for the league title next year. We need more, but I hear your point. Juventus Sevilla. Yeah, Juventus will wash him. Let's see. Here we go. I'll go on to this. As of 5:30 p.m. yesterday, Rain Group hasn't informed any party of the preferred bidder for Manchester United. That's from at Jamie Jackson, and that's the Terrace, I think, who have reported that. What I'd say to that is, and like I've been saying, everybody's guessing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's guessing. That's what I would say. Everybody is guessing. Well, not everybody actually. I think the vast majority. I think 95% of people are guessing in regards to the takeover of Manchester United. I've heard that Sheikh Jassim is the preferred bidder. I've heard Jim Radcliffe is the preferred bidder. I'm now hearing today no party is it been informed that they're preferred bidder. So that's why I'm just waiting to see. That's why I only answer questions on it. That's why I've never titled a live stream talking about it, because there isn't really too much to say. Do I prefer Sheikh Jassim? 110%. 110%. I prefer Sheikh Jassim, without doubt, because he's clearly the better option. And that was even before Jim Radcliffe's offer was including the Glazers staying. How do you want what's best for Manchester United and your bid is with the Glazers staying in any form? Make that make sense. The same owners who have made Manchester United the way they are, and how bad we look, and how bad the facilities are, and just how bad everything is, and the fact that we're in debt. It's absolutely outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. You're a joker, Kaneki. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everybody guessing with the bid. I've already made it clear who I want in charge, and hopefully Sheikh Jassim, the deal gets done. Even if it's late, I'm just hoping it gets done. Yeah, Nicola. Yeah, some journalists want Sir Jim, because some people don't want what's best for some people don't want what's best for Manchester United. They want what's best for them. Hey, big up Dennis as well. Large up, man. He's become a member of the channel. If you want to join the membership, link is in the pinned comment, people. Link is in the pinned comment. So Dennis is now a Sarcasm citizen. Hey, Dennis, much appreciated, my guy. Much appreciated. Big up. Joe says, I prefer Wan-Bissaka because he's world-class in defensive duels. You know that when you use him and he'll do that job, but they'll always kind of just fairly decent at everything. He does nothing well. I agree with you, Joe. That's why I've said I would keep Wan-Bissaka as backup and I would move on Delo. I want 2 new fullbacks, though. I've said this. I want 2 new fullbacks. This is first team, 2 new fullbacks, upgrade on Ericsson, upgrade on Bruno, new striker. That's 6. Yeah, 2 fullbacks, 2 central midfielders. No, sorry, 1 central midfielder, 1 attacking midfielder, striker. Yeah, that's it. That's first team. Wait. Yeah, 2 new fullbacks. Yeah, upgrade on Ericsson, upgrade on Bruno. Sorry, 5. And new striker. And forget the even squad that I want even more of. But that's 5. Oh, yeah, shit, goalkeeper. That's why it's normally 6. I forgot the goalkeeper as well. But again, Dennis, big up for joining the membership, man. Appreciate it. Let's see what's going on. I don't know what you lot saying. Kadeki says, what's your thought on Walker Peters as a right back option? Now, I'm not with it. I do like Walker Peters, but not to. If we was looking for a backup, I'd be like, yeah. But I'm not looking at Walker Peters to be. We need a first choice right back. I don't think Walker Peters is that level. I think he'd be a good squad player. So if we were looking for a squad player, I'd be like, yeah. I've not seen him play Daredevil, so I can't even say about is it Mukulele at right back. Can't comment. See, hey, you lot continue to get your questions in, people. Continue to get your questions in. Flawless, would you sell Fred? Yes. I'd move on Fred. It's time. It's time, man. It's time for Fred to bounce, man. Time to go. Word to Claude, RIP, man. Flawless, what is your prediction for United Wolves? 2-0, Manchester United. 2-0. I think if he wants to sign right back, he signs Frimpong. Yeah, we have been linked with Frimpong. Yeah. We have been linked with Frimpong. I just like the fact we're addressing. No right back stands out to me. No left back stands out to me. So I'm like, just go and get a right back and a left back. If we were to sign Cancelo, cool. If we were to sign Frimpong, cool. Cancelo, cool. I just know that it's an area that Ten Hag's looked at and goes, okay, I need an improvement in that area. So go sign a right back. Go sign a right back. Our wingers need to cross more. Not sure if Rashford can. Of course, Rashford can be that kind of player. What are we talking about, man? Of course, Rashford. I don't get that. All right, attackers are greedy and they need to do this, that, and the third. Like, most attackers are greedy. It's more about decision making. No, I don't understand that. It's much more than being greedy. Oh, they just need to be less greedy and be. No, there needs to be much more improvements than that. Now, I wouldn't sell Shaw. I like him as a backup centre back. I would not sell Shaw. Him as a left-sided centre back backing up Martinez, I like a lot. I'm a big fan of him as a squad player, in particular in that role. Then we go sign a left back, and then you have Malacia, new left back. Shaw can do a job out there if needs be as well. And then right back, you got a new right back and Wan-Bissaka. All of a sudden, your fullbacks is solved. It's that easy. We have been continuously linked with a centre back called, is that Diazy? He plays for a team in France. Don't remember which one. Hey, Jez, if you're in the chat, let us know. Jez might know who he is. But again, centre back, we got linked with Kim Min-jae over the past couple of days, talking about we're willing to meet the minimum fee release clause. Cool. I'm good. I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm with that. Let's see. Have I missed? I've not missed. Hey, you lot questions, man. Get your questions in. Flawless, should United sell Jadon Sancho? We get a good offer, yes. Yes. We get a good offer, absolutely. Oh, he's from Nantes. Okay. Jose Raymond, Monaco. Fairs. Yasin says, if United slip up against Wolves, we are coming to take the top 4 spot. The fact that Liverpool are chasing top 4 is sad. That's sad on your part. That's a sad indictment of where Liverpool are at, chasing top 4. Same way, I'm not like, I've said it before. Give me FA Cup over top 4. I would do it right now. I would take, if someone said, right, United will finish 5th, but you win the FA Cup, I'm taking that. 110%. I'm taking that. Give me a domestic double in 5th. I ain't trying to be in Europe with these, man. Especially when we don't know what's going to go in the window as well. We've been embarrassed in Europe this year. We got embarrassed in Europe last year against Atletico Madrid. We got embarrassed the year before that against Villarreal. And when I say embarrassed, I'm not necessarily saying scoreline, people. It's not a scoreline thing. I'm talking about the performance on the actual pitch. Got embarrassed against Sevilla this year in that second leg. Second leg at home to Atletico Madrid, embarrassed. Villarreal, Europa League final, even though we only lost on penalties, which was 1-1, I believe. Embarrassed. I'm not trying to be embarrassed in Europe. Do I think we finished top 4 though? Yeah, people, but I'm not going to jump up and down about it. I'm not. Anything above 45 million is a good offer for Sancho, in my opinion. I agree. Anything 50 M's or above, I would. Yes, FF, I've seen this. We are ready to pay 30 million more for Kim Min-jae. I've seen this report too. How true this is, I don't know, but I'm all for it. How many likes are? All right, we're at 50 likes. Big up, you lot. We're at 50 likes. But let's bump this up. Let's go up to 60 likes now. Subscribers as well. Let's see. We're at 6,419. Girls to 6,420 people. Girls up to 6,420. Emma says, I wouldn't sell Sancho. I believe he'll come good next season, especially if we are more possession-based. That's why I wouldn't actively sell him, Emma. But if we got a good offer, I'd move him out. Would he be better in a possession-based team? Absolutely. But I've said it before. I'll say it again. It's about the pace and power, man. It's a pace and power game. It's about athletes. So unless he's going to play in the 10, I don't see where he's going to thrive. Anthony's going to play from the right. Rashford's going to play from the left. We're going to sign a striker. Where does he play? That's the biggest issue. I don't know what his best position is on top of all of the reservations I had about him. All of the reservations. Like, where does he play? Say we sign a new number 10, then what? Yeah, that's the problem, man. It's just a game. It's unfortunate. Do I think next season Ten Hag will slowly phase out Bruno like he did with Maguire? Depends if we sign a new 10, yes. If we sign a Maddison, for instance, obviously I'm sold on Maddison. If we sign Maddison, yes. So I'm hoping we do. Whether Leicester City get relegated or not, we should just go and sign Maddison. top quality, and have Maddison and Bruno. Fight for your shirt. Fight for your shirt. Big up to Brush. He says like, share, subscribe. Yes, big up Brush every single time. Every single time. Where we at? Warrior J says flawless. If Kim Min-jae does come in, would you drop Varane then? No, I wouldn't. Let Varane fight for his place. This is competition for places. And who better for if Varane is injured or needs to be rested? Kim Min-jae is a great would be a great backup for him. And also on top of that, like I said, also on top of that, Kim Min-jae can learn from a Varane as well. So yeah, go get Kim Min-jae. Now hear how we're talking, people. The squad and the first 11 is starting to sound good. I was just talking about the fullbacks. If you sign a new left back and a new right back, then you've got Malacia and you got Wan-Bissaka backing them up. And then you got Shaw, who can also play left back. Then as for centre backs, if you do sign a Kim Min-jae, you've got Martinez and Shaw for left-sided centre back. You've got Varane and Kim Min-jae as the right-sided centre back, and then Lindelof can be 5. All of a sudden, that's a good first 11, good options, and a good squad. Then if you go sign a new goalkeeper, that's improvement. And then further up the pitch, if you get Casemiro, upgrade on Eriksen, and then you get a backup to Casemiro, Eriksen, and Sabitzer, that's a good 5. It's a very, very good 5. Then you go sign a new number 10 with Bruno. Then you've got a new number 10, you've got Bruno. Sancho can also play in the 10. All of a sudden, you've got good options there. Wings are already patterned. You've got Rashford, Garnacho, who can play from the left. Sancho can play from the left. You got Anthony. You got Diallo coming back, who can play from the right as well. Got Diallo, who can play from the right. I was thinking, why is my charger not working? Because it's not plugged in. You got Sancho, who can play from the right. Go sign 2 strikers. And then you got 2 new strikers and Martial. It's really that easy. It really is that easy. And it's probably players I've forgotten too. And we got players we can sell to make money as well. Yeah, Samuel, I just mentioned Diallo there, yeah. Yeah. Sign starters. The bench will sort itself out. Yeah, Varane will be there. Yeah, 100% Varane's one of our best leaders. Varane, Kim Min-jae, Martinez, Shaw. That's a good quartet. I like that a lot. Oh, if Bruno and Maguire leave, who would be the next United captain? He'd probably give it to Martinez. It'd be Martinez or Casemiro. They seem like Varane. They're the 3 standout candidates. But to me, the captaincy, I don't put too much stake in the captaincy, to be honest. I really, really don't. Like, I think people really I think people over-exaggerate and overestimate the importance of the captaincy. What else we got? Let's see. What else you lot saying? Yeah, Diallo, I'm convinced. Yeah, Diallo I've been convinced by. Like, even when we had him initially before he went out, and then he's done, I've not watched him at Sunderland, but he's had a successful loan spell. Getting back to compete with Anthony over that side improves the first 11, improves the squad. What better if Anthony's playing and he's not playing well, you bring on Diallo, or Diallo's playing and not playing well, you bring on Anthony. Or if Anthony's playing well, Diallo's on the bench. If Diallo's playing well, Anthony's on the bench. Fight competition, man. Competition eradicates complacency. Gets rid of it. If you know that someone who's capable of taking your shirt, you're gonna step your game up. And if you don't step your game up, step aside and you're gonna be on the bench. I'm all for competition for places. All for it. No, we shouldn't go in for Evan Ferguson because he's barely played in the Premier League. No, we should not go. We should not go for Evan Ferguson. How many games has he played? Yeah, he even had a full season yet. Has he even played 20 matches in the Premier League? No, that's a bad idea. And playing for Manchester United is a completely different pressure from playing at Brighton. The pressure is you're under the spotlight. I'm saying you can get packed 5-1 by Everton at home and no one bats an eyelid. Then Manchester United get beat 5-1 at home to Everton. Different conversation. There was more conversation about us losing 1-0 away at West Ham than it was Brighton losing 5-1 at home to Everton. That lets you know the pressures and the difference. Lets you know it's completely different. Yeah, he's played 14 matches this season. He's played 15 in total. No, I wouldn't go get Evan Ferguson. That's not that. No, I would not do that. Flawless, people forget that De Gea also cost us trophies before. Remember when he joined us in 2011-2012 season, he was making mistakes and costing us games. I allow him because it was his first season. I'm not going to get onto him for that. Sunderland are asking on loan again. Apparently, the manager's convinced they can get promotion if he's there. It makes sense. If a player has a successful loan spell, of course you want to go and get him again. In particular, being in the Premier League. Personally, we need him though. We should be in a position where if Sunderland do get promoted, we can send him back out on loan. But we're not. We need Diallo. The fact that we're looking at our youngsters and going, we actually need you for the first team tells you all you need to know. We need him. Ain't got no choice whatsoever. No choice. Diallo won't be a starter next season. He played a lot this season and his body basically shut down and needed a break. He will probably be eased into the team and built up. Yeah, I hear you, Emma. But he's needed at Manchester United. Would I start Palestri? I'm not against it, Samuel, actually. Actually, not against Palestri whatsoever. I'm not. Shit, we've been going for an hour already. Well, like we have. When I say we, that's me and you lot as well. Two. I need to eat as well, people. I'm hungry. I just had my belly rumble. 55 likes, people. We're looking for 5 more likes. Get us up to 60 likes, people. Get us up to 60 likes. And on top of that as well, where we at? Looking for 1 more subscriber. Get us to 6,420. There's over 60 of you lot in the building. I know there's at least 1 person who has not subscribed to the channel. You're clearly enjoying the content. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Palestri always does decent when he plays, but he never gets a chance. I don't think he wants to throw a youngster who I agree with you, Joe. Like he's done decent when he's played. Throw a youngster into the absolute cesspit that's going on currently right now. That's why I don't think we see the likes of Palestri. We don't see the likes of Iqbal. Garnacho, yeah, was the exception to the rule, but I don't think he's really trying to throw them two in. I just use those 2 as examples into what's going on currently. Like he wants to bring them into a settled team. Which I understand. I do understand that. Let's see what's going on here. And you lot, oh yeah, fan calling shows as well. I'm trying to plan something different for you lot that you lot are going to enjoy. So you'll get that. Speaking of Palestri, do you think he'll go out on loan next season? If he goes out on loan, put him out on loan in the Premier League. I want to see how he does in the Premier League. Yeah, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to see, sorry. That's what I want to see. Final few questions before I close out, people. I'm closing out in the next 5 to 10. Next 5 to 10 million. 5 to 10 million. 5 to 10 minutes. Next 5 to 10 minutes. Is there anything I've not discussed? Mentioned De Gea's new contract, ownership, all the players, the 1 million players we've been linked with next season, the Wolves game, which I'm confident about because of our home form. Like I said, oh yeah, and this is what I talk about as well. Ten Hag. I'll get into that. Because the criticism of Ten Hag I'm seeing is way over the top. Does he deserve criticism? Yes. Would I look at him funny in regards to the De Gea new contract, which I've spoken about earlier? Absolutely. Yes. However, anything one saying, oh, Ten Hag out because of recent results or Ten Hag out if De Gea gets a new deal, that's ridiculous. Any manager we get is going to make decisions you don't like. Sir Alex Ferguson is the greatest manager I've ever seen in my entire life. I think he's the GOAT. He made decisions I didn't like. Bear in mind, I've been supporting Manchester United for my entire life, people. Years. I've been watching Manchester United longer than some people in the chat have been alive. You know what I'm saying? If you are 20 years old or younger, or even longer than that, over 2 decades. I'm saying, if you 25, you know what I'm saying, or younger, I've been watching Manchester United longer than you've been alive. So, like, that just puts it into perspective. Of course, Sir Alex Ferguson made decisions that I didn't like, but more often than not, he got it right. And that's what it is with Ten Hag. He's made decisions I looked at funny. I mean, like, like Luke Shaw as a left-sided centre-back. It's worked. Weghorst at times in the 10. I'm like, it's not it, but it's worked. So he gonna live by his decisions, die by his decisions. So anyone going overboard, like I said, people always want to go overboard with their criticism of a manager or players to prove a point. You don't have to criticize as Ten Hag made mistakes, yes, but going over the top talking about Ten Hag out, he's like, yes, man, for the Glazers, all this nonsense. Look at the season we're having. We've still had so far a good season. We've still had a successful season, people. It's just that if we don't finish in the top 4 and we lose the FA Cup final, it's a good season with a very disappointing end. Very similar to watching a favorite TV show, TV series. The TV series might be fire, but the ending's disappointing. Like, I love The Wire. Do I particularly like the ending? No. But is The Wire still cold? Yes. That's how I look at it. Love Power. Power, you know what I'm saying? My second favorite series of all time, Love Power. And the initial one, I like all the spin-offs as well. But the initial Power, absolutely love it. But what was it? I think it was season 5. One of the seasons was dry. One of the seasons wasn't good. Not watch Game of Thrones style lot. I've not watched it personally. So I can't say whether it's good or not. But that doesn't take away from Power and how good it is. So that's my point. Like, good season, successful season. We've definitely overachieved. Yes, of course, expectations change during the season. And if we don't finish top 4, I'd be critical of Ten Hag. I'd be critical of the players, 110%. But they don't take away from where we're at and what we've done. Like I said, winning a Carabao Cup, we ended the trophy drought, which is what we wanted to do. Making it to the FA Cup final, which no one was expecting to do. On top of that, being in the top 4, which no one expected us to do. So all of this will change. I'm not Star-Lord. Game of Thrones don't appeal to me. Is it not like got dragons in there and like incest and shit like that? Like, I'm not with that. Like, it's not appealing. I could be wrong on that last one, but I'm not with it. But where was I at? Yeah. So say now we finish top 4 and then win the FA Cup. Then what? We get a domestic double and finish top 4. Then what? Everybody shuts up. I'm saying. Nah, it wasn't season 4, man. It was season 5 I didn't like personally. The one which Kendrick Lamar was in. It might have been 5. I think it was season 5. I didn't like that season whatsoever. Thought it was subpar. But my point is, the reason why I was using that as an analogy is to not take away from what Ten Hag has done. Like, that's legit how I'm looking at the season. So anyone being overly critical of Ten Hag, I'm looking at funny. Just because he's making some decisions you don't like. Just because he's talking up my players in the it wasn't the season when Angela died. It was the one with Kendrick Lamar. Whatever season that was. The one with Kendrick Lamar I didn't like. But where was I at? Jeez, I forgot my train of thought. Yeah, people talking about Ten Hag and how he's talking about players and captaincies and all that type of stuff. Yeah, all types of, what's it called? I'm not with it. Yeah. No manager is perfect. Every manager has flaws, 100%. Ten Hag will make decisions that we will not like, but as long as they benefit the club, I'm happy. Same, some will be good decisions and some will be bad. Yeah, and if he makes more good than bad, he'll be successful. If he makes more bad than good, he'll be unsuccessful and eventually will be sacked. And Manchester United won't be successful. But like I said, won a Carabao Cup, in a FA Cup final, still in pole position to finish in the top 4. Bear in mind, people, let's not forget this. We're a point ahead of Liverpool with a game in hand. And our fixtures are favourable as well. So let's say, for instance, this is why people, and no one in particular in the chat, go overboard. Because I'm looking at the table here. Newcastle currently on 65 points. We're on 63 points. Liverpool are on 62 points. Obviously, Newcastle and us have both played 34 matches. Liverpool have played 35 matches. Why is it? This could happen. Newcastle go away to Leeds. Leeds could beat Newcastle. We beat Wolves, and then we're third. And Leicester draw at Liverpool. Or let's say even Liverpool beat Leicester. We're still a point ahead of them with a game in hand and it's 3 games to go. Why could that not happen? Bear in mind, I'll be doing a watch-along for that game as well, people. But that could happen. Or Newcastle draw at Leeds, and then we beat Wolves, and then we're level on points with them. And there's no guarantee that Newcastle beat Leeds or Leicester or Liverpool go away to Leicester and win either. Like, what are we doing here? I don't know why people are acting like that's a foregone conclusion. I really don't get it. I'm looking here at Newcastle's fixtures, just people going over the top. Like Leeds away. They have Leeds away, Brighton at home, Leicester at home, Chelsea away. That's Newcastle's fixtures. So you say they're next to where the tougher ones. You'd expect them to beat Leicester at home and expect them to beat Chelsea away. So do I favor them against Leeds? Yes, but I don't think that's guaranteed. And Brighton, that's definitely not guaranteed either. Liverpool's games, these games are more favorable for them, and they are in good form as well. Away at Leicester, which will be tough. At home to Villa, which is not going to be easy. And then away to Southampton as well, which Southampton will probably be relegated by then. So I think Liverpool will probably win all their games, which means we need to win 3 of our final 4, which I also think we'll do. Is Newcastle. I don't think it's guaranteed Newcastle go away to Leeds and win and play at home against Brighton and win. So we're still in a good position. People acting like we outside the top 4. Like, the overreaction is crazy. Joe says, I don't even think a year contract is bad for De Gea. Is there a better backup goalkeeper in the world? Wage might be an issue, but can be negotiated. Yes, I think it's a bad idea because I think it sets a present. I think it would set a tone and let people know not being good enough will not be tolerated. So that's why. If we were to let De Gea go in the summer, that's letting people know, oh, Manchester United mean business. We've just let De Gea go. Same way when Pep Guardiola landed at Manchester City and got rid of Joe Hart straight away. And he signed Claudio Bravo, and it didn't work. But then he got Edison afterwards. That's where we need to be. The next number one goalkeeper might not work, but then you know what you do. Go sign another number one goalkeeper. That's where Manchester United need to be at. 110%. Where we need to be at. So I don't want De Gea to personally to sign a new deal. If he's back up, cool. But I think the best decision is to sell him. So 1 year left on his deal. Hey, De Gea's up. Sell him for 50 M's. Sell him. Yeah, no complacency. How did we finish 10th place in Ferguson's second season? I don't know. That's slightly before my time, Emma. That is slightly before my time. But all I'm saying to Manchester United fans, yeah, be concerned, but it's not all doom and gloom. The season overall is not all doom and gloom. It's currently now not all doom and gloom. We are going through a poor run of form. We've lost back-to-back games in the Premier League for the first time since the opening 2 games. But we're still in a position of power. We still can beat Wolves. There's no guarantee Newcastle go away to Leeds and win on Saturday, early Saturday kickoff. There's no guarantee Liverpool go away to Leicester and win on Monday. Do I think Liverpool beat Leicester? Yes. Do I think Newcastle beat Leeds? Draw. I legit think it will be a draw. I hope. Actually, I don't even know if I'm hoping wrong because I do want to overtake Newcastle and go third, but I also want Leeds to be relegated. So it's kind of a win-win, lose-lose that game. Leicester I like. So hopefully Leicester can do the business against Liverpool because not only does that hinder Liverpool, it also hurts Leicester as well. Because I believe Leeds are still in the relegation. Yeah, Leeds are 19th. So a Leeds win, I'm not really trying to see, to be honest. I'm not really trying to see. So yeah, that game is a win-win, lose-lose for me. So yeah, I have mixed feelings. Oh, is it 2 years? He technically does have 2 years left. No, is it not 2024 his contract runs out? So that's a year left. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. I'm not trying to see Keylor Navas, no. I'm not trying to see Keylor Navas. But yeah, people, we're going to close out this show. I say that we. Yeah, because it's us. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to close out the show, people. I'm back here on the YouTube channel at midnight, people, for another ManDem United crossover, the Manchester United Arsenal show, which you get every Thursday at midnight. So it's myself and Cam talking all things Manchester United, talking all things Arsenal. So I'll be answering more of your Manchester United questions. I'm sure in between now and then, Manchester United will get linked with some more players, or there may be some news in regards to a takeover. In regards to Arsenal, obviously the title race as well. I'm saying in regards to Arsenal, they're still chasing down Manchester City because Arsenal play. Who do they actually play? Let me have a look. Who do Arsenal actually play? I actually don't know. Oh, they play Brighton on Sunday, which there will be a watch-along for as well. I should have remembered that because there will be a watch. Obviously, all the non-Manchester United Premier League watch-alongs over on the Twitch, people. So, yeah, new to Manchester City. Manchester City are playing Everton away. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, Dennis, man. Big up to you, man. Be back for the show with Cam to ask Arsenal and United questions. You already know. So, yeah, that at midnight, ManDem United meets Gonna Talk from the Arsenal podcast. And then following that, we'll be live on the Twitch 3 a.m. for game six of the Phoenix Suns, Denver Nuggets. Phoenix Suns, Denver Nuggets series. The Nuggets leading 3-2 in that series. So they're looking to close out in Phoenix. Phoenix looking to take it to a game 7 back in Denver. So keep an eye on the upcoming live stream schedule, people. I've already updated it all the way till Sunday. And what I'll do today is update it till next week, Sunday as well. So you'll know all the shows that are coming up. Same with the Twitch, all the Champions League, all the watch-alongs, all the NBA watch-alongs, all over on the Twitch, and then all the shows here. Obviously, your Manchester United shows, all the crossovers with the Big Six. So Manchester United Arsenal show, Manchester United Liverpool show, Manchester United Chelsea and Spurs show, doing the most, all the Q&As, all the Manchester United watch-alongs, plus more. So, yeah, make sure you continue to support people. You lot are real ones. For real, for real. Let's see this. Let's see what's going on. Where we at? All right, we hit 63 likes, man. Large up you lot. You lot are real ones. You lot are real ones. And, yeah, you're going to get so much content. We're going to continue to provide you lot with content. So, like I said, in regards to the Premier League, not only will you get the Manchester United Wolves game here on the YouTube channel, before that 12:30, I'm going to do Leeds Newcastle. So you will get Leeds United versus Newcastle United over on the Twitch. Then you will get the Manchester United versus Wolves. And then on the Twitch on the Sunday, you will get Arsenal versus Brighton. You'll get that game. And then following that on the Monday, you will get that Leicester City versus Liverpool game as well. You will get that. Let me see if there's any other games man can do still. Let me have a look. See, because obviously people fighting for titles, fighting for top 4, fighting for European spots, fighting to stay in the league and all that good stuff. So yeah, like I said, Leeds versus Newcastle, Manchester United versus Wolves, Arsenal versus Brighton, and then on the Monday, Leicester City versus Liverpool as well. And you know what? Newcastle Brighton, I'll just do that on the Thursday as well, actually. I'll do that on the Thursday, 110%. And then the week after, see that you lot getting an insight because the league's almost done. Next week Saturday, which is the 20th of May, obviously Bournemouth versus Manchester United at 3 p.m. You'll get that. Then you'll get Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal at 5:30. You will get that. Then following that on that Sunday, you will get Manchester City versus Chelsea. I'll do that one for you lot. And then following that, the Monday, you will get Newcastle versus Leicester City. I'll do that for you lot. The Wednesday, will I do Brighton versus Manchester City? Yeah, I'll probably do that. And then Manchester United versus Chelsea, you won't get because I'm going to that game, people. So I think Eddie and the ManDem will hold down the watch along. And then 28th of May, which is the final day, I will do Manchester United Fulham. But I'll keep an eye on other games. Daredevil says, great show, Flawless. Hopefully the next time I see you, we've won and put in a good performance. Take care and have a good one, my guy. Hey, Daredevil, big up to you. Big up to all the regulars as well. Let me see who's live. See who's live. If Lewis is still live, we'll go raid him. I'm saying we'll go raid Lewis. Hold up. Go put Lampard in his chat. That's what it is. Is he still live? Let's see. Yeah, go put Lampard in. Yeah, he is. All right, we're gonna raid Lewis. Yeah, man. Make sure you say Sarcasm City TV raid and put Lampard in, people. So we're heading over there. Big up. But this has been the ManDem United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning